Hi, this is Natalie with Sweet Shop Natalie. I'm going to show you how I make a edible image cookie today, and I'm making quite a few of them today, so I am dipping my cookies. First of all, you want to have a cookie that is flat and even surface on the top, so that helps to get a good covering when you dip cookies. Then your icing, your royal icing, needs to be thinned down to what I call a 5 count consistency, and that means, hopefully you can see this, that it will, when laid on top of itself, it will take the count of 5 for it to go back to smooth out on top of itself in 5 counts. So if I put this over here like that, count at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You probably can't see the definition there, or you can take your spatula, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has come back together, and that's what you need, so that if it's too runny, then it's going to fall off your cookie, and if it's too thick, it won't smooth out, and you'll get a bump in a mound in the middle of your cookie. So I mix up my icing, I thin it down, and it has air bubbles in it, so I pound it down, and I let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes for all the air bubbles to come up, and then I just pop them. So how I dip them, I've showed this many times how to do this, but I take the cookie and I hold it with my fingers at the very edge. Your fingers are probably going to get icing on them anyways, but I just try to keep it out of it as much as I can. Dip the cookie, make sure I get the whole surface down. Then I'm gonna let it drip a little bit. Then I come to the side of the bowl and I'm just scraping off the little bit that was hanging so that it doesn't come off the cookie. Now this one, I didn't let the icing sit as long, so you can see all the air bubbles that are in it right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these. These are gonna be edible images, so the bubbles in it don't make that big of a difference because they're gonna be covered with the edible image and you're not gonna see them. But normally you just let the icing sit and all the air bubbles will come out and you get beautiful smooth surface. So over here you see that I have a bunch of cookies already dipped. They're drying. Okay, so now we're ready to apply the edible image. The cookies have been drying for about 2 hours now, and they're dry enough that I can go ahead and apply this liquid to it. And what we're using is corn syrup, 2 parts corn syrup, 1 part alcohol. You could use, I'm using a vodka here, you could use an extract if you wanted to. You could probably even thin it down with water. I just use the alcohol because it dries faster, in my opinion. So I'm pouring in some caramel syrup. Going to thin it down just a little bit with the alcohol. Now I'm just using a fan brush, a nice any brush, whatever you want to use, clean brush that you only use for food would be. I have mixed that up, and all you do is take that mixture of corn syrup and alcohol, and then I just put it all over the base of the cookie. And I will do 6 at a time, then come back and put the images on them. So I have using a Luxe brand edible image paper. I like that the best. I'm going to, and I've cut them to the size I want. I peel off the backing, and then I just lay the image in the center of the cookie, and then you just lightly press down and make sure that you get the edges. The reason I like this way is because the edges stay down. You could also just flood your cookie or dip it, immediately put the image on, but I find that the edges curl more when that is done, and it takes longer to dry. That is what I have noticed. So I like to flood the cookie, let it dry, then apply your edible glue, to say, and apply the image. So we'll just do another one right here. And after I cut the images, I just put them in an airtight container until I'm ready to apply them. Smooth it out. Whoops, I got a little bit on the picture. Like that. Then I'm just piping a beaded border on the edge of the cookie. And there you go.